Hey guys, in today's video, my microphone was apparently very quiet, and I am sad because I had a lot of funny moments. Instead of doing a voiceover of everything I said, I am using text-to-speech AI named Brian from 11 Labs to tell you all a story. This video is not sponsored by 11 Labs. I just wanted to tell you where I got this voice since you probably heard it from TikTok or other short-form media sites. Before we get into the story, a little synopsis of the game I'm playing. This is Peak, and all you gotta do is climb to the peak. You survive a plane crash, and your only way to signal for help and return to society is up the mountain ranges. I've played it before, but I haven't gotten past the snowy area, so everything you see past that is new. I hope you all enjoy. The story is titled The Ascent of Emberspire, written by my best friend, Cache GPT Thomas. They called it Emberspire, a mountain of myth and madness, said to pierce the clouds from the heart of an island no one dared map. Towering far beyond the reach of planes or satellites, it had evaded even the most daring adventurers. But I wasn't chasing glory. I was chasing her. My sister Lyra had gone missing 3 months earlier. A cryptic note and a single photo of the Emberspire summit were all she left behind. She was always chasing impossible heights, so I followed her trail to the edge of the known world. I landed on a silent stretch of shoreline, gray sand glittering like powdered glass under an overcast sky. The boat I'd hired drifted away as agreed. No one wanted to linger near the island. No birds, no wind, just the hiss of the tide and the distant roar of something inland. The beach was littered with old bones, whale-sized, twisted like driftwood. As I trudged up toward the jungle, I found half-buried tools, shattered compasses, and a rusted tent frame. Others had come, none had left. At the edge of the beach was a cliff of black volcanic stone. its top carpeted in thick green jungle vines. I climbed it with blistered palms and found myself staring into a canopy so dense it breathed like a living thing. The air grew thick and syrupy, trees twisted like corkscrews, bark bleeding yellow sap. I covered my mouth and moved slowly. Every plant here was a trap. Some vines coiled tighter the more you struggled. One tree wept spores that burst in a mist of hallucinogenic pollen. I spent an entire night beneath it, fighting off visions of Lyra calling to me through vines shaped like her face. Food was impossible to trust. I ate tree bark infested with bitter grubs and drank from vines that made my mouth go numb. My skin turned blotchy. Fever took me, but I kept moving. Somewhere deep in that verdant nightmare, I found the first of her trail markers, a knot of red ribbon tied to a branch. My heart surged. She'd been here too, but she hadn't left unscathed. Just beyond it lay a pile of bones in a makeshift hammock, her initials carved into a nearby tree. Not hers, I prayed. The jungle ended abruptly at a wall of ice's scree. Overnight, the sweltering heat became frostbite cold. I layered myself in everything I had. The wind cut like knives through the rock corridors. Snow fell in sharp flakes, shimmering strangely. Not snow, ash. I pressed on. Frozen lakes groaned beneath their crusts, hiding bubbling black beneath. I heard voices in the wind, soft lullabies whispering my name. I sang back, hoarse, to drown them out. One morning, I woke to find a spiral of stones around my tent. In the center, a necklace Lyra used to wear. I clutched it until my hands bled from the cold. The tundra gave way to hell. A great caldera stretched before me, broken in bleeding fire. Rivers of magma crawled through shattered earth. Each step was calculated. One wrong move and I plunged into a chasm glowing with death. Bridges of black glass arched across the flows, cracked and narrow. I crossed them barefoot when my boots melted. On one such bridge, I saw a message scrawled in soot. "Keep going, I'm close." I wept then, not from pain, but from hope. I drank rainwater that sizzled on my skin. I screamed into the empty, sulfur-choked sky. Somewhere ahead, a dark mouth yawned, an opening into the mountain itself. I descended into a labyrinth of obsidian corridors, the walls pulsing with red light like veins in a beast. The air tasted of metal. My heartbeat echoed through the tunnels. Eventually, I found her. She stood in a chamber of glowing stone, pale, her eyes wild. She'd made a home in the hollow of the volcano. A shrine of maps and drawings surrounded her. Her voice was cracked from disuse. She clutched maps like scripture, her voice raw. "I couldn't leave," she whispered. "The mountain, it showed me everything. It chooses." I didn't understand then. I just knew we had to leave. "I came for you," I said. "Let's go home." She looked toward the top. "The final climb. Not yet. One last step. To understand everything, we have to see the summit." I should have said no. I should have begged her to leave. But instead, I followed. We reached it together, wind screaming like banshees, ash swirling like snow. The world unfurled below us, vast and small. She turned to me, smiling, tearful, awestruck. "We did it," she said, but the mountain wasn't finished. The ground trembled, a quake sudden and violent. The edge cracked beneath me. Lyra screamed as I slipped. I caught the jagged rim with bleeding hands. Fire yawned below, the core of Emberspire molten and hungry. She reached for me, but I let go. Not out of weakness, not out of fear. I saw the choice in the mountain's pulse. It demanded a price, a witness, an offering. Lyra had to survive. I let go. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you've watched to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.